Stop leveling your character right now. Blizzard just released new gameplay on the limited time event, and that's just going to catapult you to level 100 in no time. They're also introducing a new Horde mode event where you're getting swarmed by enemies. Let's dive into the video together.
Hello everyone. Today we're covering Lunar Awakening. It's a limited time event bringing big buffs to players and turning normal shrines into lunar shrines. It goes live February 6th through the 20th and can grant bonuses to player experience points, movement speed, glyph XP, and of course, rewards.
That's what we're hitting for that horse, but also bonus movement speed and experience. All the shrines are supercharged, giving bonus effects.
Well, everyone knows by now, I like to dive right into these topics. So, Lunar Awakening is a limited time event that powers up existing shrines in the game. Well, under the effects of a lunar shrine, you'll earn
50% bonus XP, 30% movement speed, power bonus, and will the event reputation as you need, like in the Midwinter Blight.
50% experience points per monster kill, 30% movement speed, and each shrine will have one additional modifier on top of what they normally do. For instance, Lethal Shrine still causes critical strikes, but with the Lunar New Year variant, you have a chance to instantly execute enemies when you hit them. Lunar variant shrines will have dragon skins, so you can easily identify them.
Pretty nice. I like the style of it.
Easily identify them. We'll be covering all the Lunar editions and more, but first, Marcus, can you tell us how to get started in this event?
Yeah, sure thing, Ruben. Once the event is active, fast travel.
That is in Ket Bardu, exactly where we also spend our time for the AOZ.
To Ket Bardu and head to the northern section of town. There, you'll meet Yinyue, who runs the Lunar Night Market, your main event hub for Lunar Awakening. You can ask her about.
That's exactly Midwinter Blight. We have 10 levels here to play through to get resources, gold, everything. And honestly, this is perfect for leveling a character because I don't want to play through these 10 tiers with my level 100 character because that one can do 925 gear shenanigans. But while leveling, getting all of this for free on top.
About some interesting lore, check your ancestral favor reputation, and claim some sick rewards. There are 10 reputation levels to earn and 6 different lunar themed rewards.
And 10 is the horse. That's where we want to get.
Rewards to unlock. The weapon skins for the event are the Lunar Scepter Wand, the Dragon's Courage two-handed axe, can't wait to crack skulls with this one, and the Moonshot Bow. If you're a fan of markings, we have a Dragon's Tapestry marking to unlock, as well as a Moon's Bounty mount trophy, and my personal favorite, the Moonborn Stallion mount.
Yeah, that thing looks pretty damn good, especially with the armors I have.
If we're driving past horses and you don't audibly say, "Horses!"
Horses.
Then we're not friends. Lunar shrines are spread throughout Sanctuary, so just play as you normally would. You can find them in the overworld, vaults, whisper bounties, and dungeons.
Okay, vaults, overworld, whisper bounties, dungeons, everywhere. I hope they tremendously buff the amount though. I want if I play like a dungeon or if I'm in the overworld, I want to stumble up in one every 5 meters, right? Literally do the shrine, do the next shrine, do the next shrine, because you only get the XP bonus when you have the shrine.
Speaking of dungeons, during the event, Nightmare Sigils have a chance to roll an Ancestor's Favor dungeon.
Okay, guarantees extra lunar shrines, 10% bonus glyph XP. After the event, this glyph XP bonus will remain on all Nightmare Sigils that contain it. That's the affix that Nightmare Sigils can have. Nightmare Vaults, please too.
Affix. This guarantees extra shrines can spawn for that dungeon, and you will receive 10% bonus glyph experience once complete. Remember, you can only earn Ancestral Favor reputation while the Lunar Shrine effect is active, so make sure to rack up as many kills as you can before the time runs out. Alright, Bloodshed, what other shrine powers do we have for the event?
So
He's doing it very natural. He's staring in our soul while reading off a teleprompter. That no one gets hurt by it. It's just funny because Ruben really manages to pull it off in a natural manner. Our friend here, he's looking right into my soul.
Like I mentioned earlier, Lunar Awakening shrines are super buffed out shrines. You get the bonus XP, the movement speed, plus all the normal powers you know and love, and one additional power on top of that. So the Blast Wave shrine still periodically pulses explosions like normal, but with the Lunar New Year variant, it also spawns cluster bombs all over the place.
I like that.
Very cool stuff.
Give it to me.
Channeling Shrine now grants attack speed and has a chance to reset your cooldowns. Could be amazing for a lot of different builds. Conduit gets charged up even more,
Yep,
summons
that looks
more
great.
powerful shocking strikes all over the area. And the Artillery Shrine has a chance to summon a Holy Bomb.
There was the holy bomb in case you didn't see it. Here, like in this corner.
Artillery Shrine has a chance to summon a Holy Bomb.
Boom.
It's not looking really good for our demon buddies this season.
No.
Lethal Shrine gives you a chance on hit to instantly execute enemies, not bosses though. While empowered by the Greed Shrine, it spawns a goblin at 25 and 50 kills. And
Oh, what? Oh, what? At 25 and... Okay, cool. Again, consider you have to only get the XP bonus when the shrine is active and kill as many things as possible. Yeah, I mean, at some point you'll just one-hit that gobby anyway, so
and 50
perfection.
kills. And lastly, the Protection Shrine now reflects incoming damage for the duration. This information should get you up and running for the event. Marcus, I think it's time for Q&A. What questions do you have for our guest?
Okay, Christabel, do you have any tips and tricks for us? Maybe some helpful tips for leveling our new seasonal characters during the event?
Yeah, so actually before we get into the tips and tricks, I wanted to highlight that this won't just be for seasonal characters. Drumroll will also be featuring this on the Eternal Realm. So pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, to get into
Eternal
the
Realm
tips and
players
tricks, I
rejoice.
think the first one would be around the Lunar Celebrant local event. So that will just consist of, you know, a Lunar Celebrant will be under attack and the player.
Yeah, that's the horde-based event coming now. So there's lunar celebrants, and you have to cleanse lunar shrines from miserly spirits. This is super interesting.
Will be offering a helping hand to keep the celebrations going, you know, your kind of classic Diablo monster defense stuff. If you're able to complete the mastery objective for this one, then you'll also spawn an additional bonus frenzy wave of monsters to prolong your killing spree. So the short version of the story is that it's way more efficient to go after the local event.
So if I understand, like you get the local event, right? You defeat the miserly spirits, you unlock Lunar Shrine, and activate 3 seconds of a bonus frenzy wave. That means monsters are coming like crazy, but I also get the 50% bonus XP. So going around the world and getting this specific world event is going to like give you what 10 levels straight away or something like that with a potion, because the new XP works multiplicative. So if you drink the potion, if you have your friend with you, if you have the 20% running from the seasonal, and then all of that times another 50%.
Killing spree. So the short version of the story is that it's way more efficient to go after the local event than just doing a normal shrine. I believe this might have been mentioned, but another PSA that Lunar Affix Nightmare Dungeon Sigils will offer bonus glyph XP. You know you love your glyph XP, and certainly guaranteed Lunar Affix Nightmare.
Okay, so vaults can have Ancestor's Favor. I mean, they say Nightmare Dungeon, right, all the time, but it's obviously in vaults as well.
Nightmare Sigils are also in the reward tiers with the reputation. So we're hoping that the grind for the reputation feels self-reinforcing. Whisper bounties. So in keeping with, you know, we want this to be efficient, we want it to feel rewarding. We also want to make sure you can complete your bounties in.
Oh, cleansed Dindai Flat Shrine. Ooh, so you get a bounty that is actually listed as the Miserly Shrine. So we know where the Horde Shrines are because they're going to be spread all around the map and you can straight up just target them.
Parallel with the event. So you'll get 1 Grim Favor for completing a lunar-themed Whisper. So, you know, TLDR, if there's anything to take away from this, it's that we want you to play the game as you want to play it. We want you to be able to kind of reinforce the loop that you most want to play and be able to kind of dabble with these shrines alongside it.
That's awesome. I think most of us want to play the way we want to play and have
Not
fun with the
bad.
game.
This has
I'm
me
also
pumped.
curious, are there any interesting, lesser-known nuances with the shrines?
Yeah, so you got to try them all, I suppose. But there may or may not be a special title for those who do. But to give a few other tidbits here, so the Protection Shrine, the reflection damage scales with level and world tier. Channeling Shrine, a little less flashy, but because of the instant cooldowns, you can spam abilities way more frequently, so it can be really useful in specific contexts. Lethal Shrine, so in addition to execution, monsters will be fleeing in fear from you, which is a really cool moment and, you know, really feels the sadism.
I don't want to
personal
flee in
favorite,
fear.
because everyone loves goblins, I love goblins, is the Greed Shrine. So the tricky part and the big existential debate that I'm sure every player will go through is, do I try and rack up more kills and like spawn another one, or do I try to chase down that little guy before he gets away? So, you know, leave that up to you.
Just one-shot him.
30% movement speed bonuses, so, you know, you get to do all of this even more quickly and maybe even faster than I can talk.
I will definitely try to slay the demons as fast as you can talk. If I'm doing that, then I'm doing something right. So personally, I'd like to wait and pop a shrine until I have a good pocket of monster density nearby. Is that something that was considered during development?
Yeah, 100%. So monster density and providing players the opportunity to immediately use the shrine bonuses was a key pillar of the event. So these miserly spirits will spawn whenever you activate a lunar shrine, and that way you can actually take advantage of bonuses you receive right away.
Show us
And as
the,
mentioned
oh,
earlier,
there's
they're
the
also a
shrine,
bonus part
see?
of the local event mastery objective. So again, we really want players to just have a lot of fun with this, and like,
Okay,
in
this is
my
gonna be
humble opinion,
good level.
getting to shred a bunch of monsters really quickly is the vibe I'd be looking for, and that's the vibe we're going for.
And if you get the shrine, right, you activate the super blast wave and you are lucky to get a conduit shrine, then, I mean, the XP is going to rain down. We did like 16 hours, 18 hours to level 100 with the current bonuses. Now we get 50% more. Nice.
Hey, that's a good vibe to be a part of. We learned earlier that Nightmare Sigils can roll with an ancestor's favorite affix. Can you just stockpile these for after the event, like similar to what we did with Midwinter Brews?
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought up Midwinter Blight. So actually, Gillian's Brew was really popular for that event, and so the short answer is that even after this event has finished, the bonus glyph XP will still remain on all the crafted Nightmare Dungeon sigils that had it. So we really just want rewards to persist as much as possible. We also know that if you're not playing in a higher level character at this point in the season, then this might not be as relevant for you. So, we hope you can hang on to them for when you're ready to grind out, the event, or if one of your Eternal characters wants to partake, you can do it that way as well. So, go ahead and stockpile from Doomsday, and just want to say to the players, thanks so much for all the feedback on Midwinter Blight. We've been, working hard to try to incorporate those, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the...
Keep complaining. It's okay to complain. Keep complaining, taking your feedback. It seems to have helped. If you don't like something, like the Midwinter Blight, which was okay-ish, keep complaining. Very important. But also tell them if something is good, because the new event seems kind of fun so far.
The faster progression, better efficiency, and all of the fun stuff that shrines have to offer.
Big shout out to Christabel for answering all of our questions today. Well, that just about does it. I don't really want to drag on any longer. We'll see y'all in Sanctuary.
Appreciate it. Well, Lunar Awakening chat. I mean, they learned 100% from the mistakes of the Midwinter Blight, which was, yeah, not so much fun. The Lunar Awakening with the new board mode promised to be quite interesting and fun, so I'm excited to see how the whole thing will play, especially while leveling. I mean, we'll have a full live stream here again on the 6th, straight away. New character, Sorg, gonna be flying to 100. That's the plan. Now, if you're looking for exciting builds to level, Summoner Necker is actually quite insane right now.